for an email to CEO Kevin McMeehan. I'll entertain a motion to postpone to the 23rd, Dan, the fourth Thursday, the fourth Wednesday.
I'm not sure what that date is.
It's the 23rd, the fourth is
Okay.
23rd.
I'll make a motion. to
Jessica?
postpone.
I'll second
Hello, Mike.
Okay, a motion made and seconded to postpone the race application to April 23rd. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. That's a motion. Motion carried. New business, we got a site plan review for Jennifer Pagny. Change of use at 6 Northwest Street in a B2 zone. No, no conditions from county planning. It's a change from, there's been several things in there. It was a hair salon at one time. More recently, it was Artisan Elements.
What's the definition of mercantile?
I didn't bring the book. But it's
Store,
It's
retail.
a retail,
That's not a business.
it's a retail store.
It says change it from business to mercantile.
So it's just commercial, but well, on the agenda, it's commercial to mercantile.
Oh, here it's sheet of business, so commercial. Commercial's like an accountant or something.
No. Commercial was. I don't even know what they called commercial, quite frankly, but it was just. The use was changed and it's been vacant and apparently Kevin told her that she's got to. Just come for the site plan.
Commercial that is usually services, mercantile is retail. In the general sense.
But and actually it was. Mercantile before then.
Yeah.
With Artisan Elements, but let's proceed if we. We have no applicant here.
Yeah, I think that's another thing we'll talk to Kevin about. We seem to have this almost every other meeting where we have people there. The whole idea is that they're supposed to either be here Zoom or in person so the board can ask questions. So I'm gonna talk, I know Kevin's on vacation. When he gets back, I'm gonna talk with him that it's gotta be impressed upon these applicants. The whole idea of a board is to be able to ask questions.
questions.
And they should be here.
Brian, I talked earlier that I think we want to move the GBA before planning, but do it all in the same night. Have ZBA meet at 6, say, and they meet at 7, that kind of thing. So that's to be worked out.
This is just, it doesn't require zoning.
No,
Either.
no.
No, it's just.
I think there's a seeker there. I don't know, we did a short form seeker.
This is just change of use.
Yeah, so we should do a short form.
I think she did. Did she, is there a seeker in your packet?
Should be.
Yeah, when I looked it over, she missed a lot.
She didn't answer a lot of questions.
Didn't answer questions, which understandable if she doesn't know how to answer. For example, is proposed action consistent with the adopted comprehensive plan? Well, I guess we can say yes, right?
She's supposed to fill it out.
Right. And will it result in substantial traffic? Public transportation services available. I guess. Whatever the board wants to do.
Well, I think you can at least try to do your second half, the half that you're supposed to, if you're comfortable. How much did she leave blank on the first part?
Well, like, does it comply with or consistent with the comprehensive plan? Will it result in a substantial increase in traffic above present levels? Are public transportation services available and pedestrian accommodations available? Are they? And then, does it contain the structures listed on state or national register of historic places? Is it located in an archaeological sensitive area? No. is it located in the 100-year floodplain? Those are the only ones that she missed.
Well, I think you can pretty much answer those. How many planning took it with the seeker like it was? But I do think you probably should try to do the second half of the seeker if you're supposed to.
Okay.
What do we know about parking? Traffic?
Well, if you look at her application, she said that there's about 16 plus parking spaces. And they expect about two people, two cars occupying the place at a time.
See, the county stating those things, but she state those things?
It's gonna be in her
Is there
application.
anything else in that little mall area? Is
There's
the day have
the
still there?
cleaning, was it cleaning business, I
It's a
think.
cleaning business.
Still in there?
Yeah,
Like I saw their trucks.
I don't see anything here about parking.
We need to get the whole packet, because, I mean, they talk about modifications that she's making to the facade. The applicants indicate, oh, maybe she met with
no,
the
the applicant
applicant.
does not meet.
Okay, has indicated expected vehicle traffic to be an average of 2 cars. So this is based off information that they were provided with.
Yeah. We're county planning gets their stuff, I just. Just given the nature of the type of store it is. I can't believe that there's gonna be an overwhelming number of.
Now, there might be a lot of foot traffic for the neighborhood, but
What?
I can see foot traffic in the neighborhood.
In the neighbor?
Well,
You know, people wanting to walk down to grab something quick, just like the village market.
I don't think it's a. There was no narrative with it.
Remember when it was Christopher's bakery? I mean, people would come in and come out.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see a problem with that.
I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near that. This.
No.
Mexican and imported groceries.
Yeah,
Which part of this building is taken over?
The north,
Is that piece on here?
yes.
What's in the two-story building over here?
That's what we were talking about before. Part of, Ports Line was in there at one point, but I don't know if they,
yeah, I don't think so anymore.
no. And I don't know where everybody else, there was a cleaning business in there.
Second floor is residential. Second floor is residential.
Second floor is residential.
That's part of the time.
You want to postpone it for a month?
What's the matter?
Dan, didn't you send us another packet? Previous to this?
Same stuff, just
Same stuff.
updated with
Without the map.
the survey map and the agenda.
So if other people are sharing this parking lot,
Yeah. The times that I've been by there, it doesn't seem to
Yeah,
be a
there's
lot. of
never,
activity.
there's hardly any cars parked in that lot. I drive by a couple times a day.
There may be some at night when. Because I think the cleaning company parked their cars there. The little vans or whatever, it's like, again. You wanna postpone it till next month? It's fine with me. And the applicant can show up for that.
All right, if you have further questions, sure.
well, I mean, I don't know, I'm hesitant about putting somebody through the hoops like that. It seems to be like a no-brainer, but on the other hand, this is very frustrating that they're not here.
Me and Fran
Can I ask you a
addressed
question?
that before. Fran talked about that already.
Yeah, that they're not here, right,
Yeah.
but are we stating that as to why we're at this hurdle? Just, I mean, just because they're not here, is that enough to postpone it, or do we have to we have to assume a number of things, right? For me, the assuming things would be not so much the secret, but arguing, what else
Well, I
can't
think,
we answer because they're not here?
I think one of the reasons you can say that you're not making a decision is that the part one of the seeker is not complete. It really isn't for the
Yes.
village to be filling out the part one of the seeker. She should be here, you know, answering those questions about the part one. That's why the applicant fills out part one, the village fills out part two. The other thing is, and I think right then and there, you're on those grounds that she doesn't have the seeker complete, is that, you know, she's gonna have to come here. When you grant a permit, you're supposed to have a complete seeker. And she didn't fill out the part one correctly. So just because of that, I think you can move to say that we're not making a decision on this, and that she needs to come here,
Right.
and she
Oh,
needs to finish the seeker, and she needs to be here to answer some questions, if that's what the board wants to do.
Well, I'm sure we have the right to do that, there's good reason for that, but this is mumbling about the fact that she loses out, it's not starting earlier because of that. Grant, who's oh, Ann, who's supposed to help her with these things that she doesn't know the answers to, like the comprehensive plan? Should she have come in?
Should come in or the code officer. Not that they're coming on the bus, but that's where it starts. If it needs to have a conversation in here, we have a conversation in here.
Well, I think though too, a lot is also on the applicant too. I mean, you know, there's resources within the village that they can get these answered, questions answered. But I also think, as I brought up before, Mike, is the whole idea of having a board and making decisions is that if you have questions, they need to be here.
Yeah, no question about it, I agree.
But we seem to be running, I'm gonna talk with Kevin when he gets back on from vacation. Is that I think, Dan, if they start coming with requests for applications, the expectations here, if you're gonna be on a board agenda, you know, we make it easy, you can Zoom or you can be here, but you've gotta be here.
Right, well, I'm concerned about not using this to make an example. You brought it up many times before, you know, so we're not quote unquote punishing her because she didn't have enough advice to come in. She can't answer these things, oversight.
My understanding that the code officer would have advised her to,
I
heard
think,
the applicants come in. Yep.
I think that, Kevin shouldn't be accepting an application without it being complete.
So we have to educate Kevin, but do we have to basically punish these people to start a month later because the village didn't help them or let them know that they have to. Like you said, shouldn't even have accepted it. How does it go? This thing gets accepted, the person passes it into the.
It goes, well, no, not to me at all. It goes straight to Kevin first.
Okay.
So Kevin actually needs to go to county, GML's put together, sent down to county for the month before you guys are going to meet. If you're worried about, punishing someone, the precedent's already been set. We've stated
Oh, yeah.
applicants out here, so that's here or there. You guys are well within your rights to say.
Oh, yeah, I
We're
totally
passing
agree.
it to next
I
month.
just am thinking of the applicant.
Well, and I also got, I think, even before you even got to the gist of the application, the fact that they haven't fully completed the part one of the seeker is enough.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're supposed to do, and that's on them.
Well, I don't wanna beat this thing up, because Jessica would like to be out of here, and I'd like her to be gone too. Not gone, but I'd like to accommodate her, and if in just discussing this, if we can come with a resolution to either table it or postpone it till next month or not, and then if we wanna bash this around, she doesn't have to be here to bash
I
it.
think either table it or you do what you wanna do.
we should table, I don't think we should reject it. I
No.
think we should
No,
table
I don't
it.
think it's rejected.
Okay, so let's, a motion to postpone. To April. 23rd. And motion by Jessica,
Sure.
second Ashley,
Sure.
all in favor?
I,
Motion carried. Motion to adjourn,
So,
Mike,
Scott here.
second,
I'll second.
Ashley, all in favor?
Aye.
I.
No